Evelyn.
And I'm Natalie.
And we are dj-jjan.
1, 2, 3. I've been running from the pain, trying not to feel the same, but it's a shame that we miss again. See, my confidence is shaking and my heart is feeling vacant, so you try to fill it in.
Currently, there are no schools specifically dedicated to providing majors in becoming a disc jockey, but there are programs related to helping those who wish to pursue this career. Most disc jockeys nowadays are self-taught, seeing as this was not their starting dream. There are colleges one can attend where one can major in the art of music, whether it is history or production. While it is true that as little as a high school diploma is required to be a DJ, it is preferable to have a bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism, multimedia production, broadcast writing, and majors as such. College radio experience also adds a bonus when seeking employment. However, this does mostly apply to radio disc jockeys. Methods of training include seeking help from friends, volunteering to do an event, volunteering to be a roadie, which is a person who travels with a musical group to help set up the equipment for an experienced DJ, or streaming music online. Courses and programs offered about DJ skills and music software are a great option. Starting out with commercial radio as an internship or at a local college allows for experience. Accepting criticism is part of the job. It is one of the many ways to learn and make sure one can better their skill.
I'm in love with your body, every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of dance. When we let the story begin, we're going out on our first date. You and me are thrifty, so go.
Computer/technology skills.
How many followers do you have?
Oh, 1,000. My brand's been growing a lot lately.
Persistence.
Writing skills, interpersonal skills,
Research skills.
speech skills.
I'm a DJ and I'm also founder of Prism DJs, a female DJ booking agency.
What was the point in your career when you realized that this was your passion and that you wanted to become a DJ?
Well, I think I always liked music, so it was really organic how it all happened. I've listened to music ever since I could remember, and into my teenage years I was really into music and went to a lot of shows. Then in my 20s, I bought a pair of turntables that I would play around with and I would buy records. But when I graduated from high school, I started working at a law firm. And so for about 12 years, I was working at a law firm while still collecting music and enjoying music. And I had an opportunity to DJ somewhere. So there was a slight overlap between my professional legal career job and then DJing. So I was working as a paralegal Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And then at nighttime, or I was actually working at a building right down the street over here, I would DJ in the arts district from 7 to midnight. And it got to the point where it was just too much for me working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturdays working at nighttime too. And I was starting to get more work, so as I was working in the lounges, I was getting requests to come do other parties, and that just expanded. So at the point where I was making more money, I was able to make that decision to where I could quit the legal job and then transition over to full-time DJing.
As a child or teen, did you ever consider this to be a potential option for you?
I never thought about it, but I had always liked music. So as a teenager, I think that time collecting the music made me really well-rounded as a DJ now. So it was definitely beneficial, but I had never thought about it. Never, ever thought that I would be a DJ as an adult. Yeah, it wasn't something that I thought, oh, hey, it's my dream to be a DJ. It was something that happened later in life, in my 20s.
Did you attend any schools, classes, or training in order to get better?
I didn't. Well, actually, I didn't have any structured schooling for it. I was always fortunate to have friends that would teach me, which was nice.
If you would you advise someone that was striving to become a DJ to actually get education for it, or would you just?
I think they should. Yeah, definitely. If they don't have friends that can show them some techniques, then I think that going to one of the local schools would be a good idea, just for them to get the basics down. And then there's nothing more valuable than in the field training.
Did you feel the responsibility of being a role model for younger girls whose dream of becoming a part of this world due to the large gender difference?
I had started the company Prism DJs, the female booking agency, so I did feel a responsibility to help and to be a role model, definitely. And so that's part of the reason I started the booking agency for females, so they felt a safe place to come, somebody that was going to take care of their contracts if they had questions about a gig or about music, and just really feeling protected that they were going to get paid fairly. I wanted to have a place for that.
Do you see yourself continuing on this path 10 years from now?
Well, with what I have developed with Prism DJs, the booking agency, I see myself in 10 years solely running the booking agency and doing bigger jobs.
What were some obstacles you have faced so far, and how have you overcome them?
I guess in the beginning of my career, there was a situation where my mixing skills weren't quite on par, and somebody had told me that, and it made me get together with another fellow DJ to try and make my skills better.
What do you believe sets you apart from the others?
I think my professionalism really sets me apart from the others. As we had discussed earlier, you can send out an email inquiring to a lot of people, but the person that is most prompt at writing you back, they're timely and they're professional in their responses, that's where I've succeeded, pretty much. Bye guys! Thank you for interviewing me.
I'll never let it hold me down. I'll never let you walk through hell. I would lose myself for you. And don't you know that all I need's a little bit of company, and I would lose myself for you.
Now you seem to me to be a man with a mission. What's your mission today?
Well, well, I'm really not a man, you see. I'm an angel. And if I was a man, I couldn't do anything because man always fails, you know. He's so limited. He doesn't have the right to do things to make a better world. But angels are not up under the same code as a man.
Audio engineers closely related to DJs must understand how to operate and amplify sound, as well as complex electrical equipment involving recording. This includes editing software, soundboards, mixing consoles, equalizers, recording equipment, and microphones. DJs are similar in the way that they must produce their own quality music, including lyrics at times. This is where use of precision of language comes in. Clear and projected vocalization is also necessary when addressing crowds. Both parties must have developed speech, reading, and writing skills. These skills can be of use when agreeing to business contracts, reading documents, and improving one's professionalism. Lexile level comes in most aspects of these careers.
Slow down. Fade out. Roll down. Fade back. Slow down, don't forget me now. I don't wanna fade out of your memory. Hold down, I know I had my doubts, but I want to fade back to your memory, your memory, your
I believe that this career does not really fit my personality because I am more of like a hands-on type of artistic person. Like I like to paint and draw, and this requires a different type of artistic skill that I don't really have.
This career fits my interest because I love listening to music, and not only does it get me closer to the music, but it gets me closer to the person who is on the other side creating the music.
This career does fit my personality because I was actually one of the group members that suggested we do a disc jockey, because besides alternative music, I like EDM, which is electronic dance music, which DJs do. This career doesn't necessarily fit my strengths, I guess, because I don't know how to beat match or I don't know how to make my own music. So if it's referring to that, then that's how it does not match my strengths. It does fit my values because I absolutely love music. I love how this project allowed me to get closer to something I really enjoy I really enjoy doing in my spare time. I just love music. Something that it didn't really fit my interest was the fact that there's not many like colleges or I guess there's like programs available but not that many. So that's what I kind of hate, because if I were to pursue this, I would have to, I guess, do a lot of research like we're doing right now in order to find like a good school where I could actually go and learn more about this if I wanted to become a disc jockey.
I do not think that I would do very good in this type of work environment because I'm more of a shy person, and this type of career requires a lot of interacting with different types of people, because if you want to get like gigs, you have to actually talk with people, interact, and I'm not cut out for that.
The way I would do in this overall environment is not so well, because becoming a DJ, you need to be really sociable. You have to be sociable with your clients when you're putting your music, and I'm not a really sociable person. I'm a really shy person, so I don't think I would do great in this career field.
In the career, in the overall environment, I think I do well, so because I know it requires you to have socializing skills, and no, I'm kind of an awkwardly social person. I'm like, I guess I don't talk to people unless they approach me first, and that's not something you should do when you're a DJ. So I don't think I do great in that aspect. And then I would probably do good because when I'm like, I guess I feel more relaxed, I guess I get more into it, and I would actually enjoy listening to my own music, and it would just be so fun. Like, I see all these concerts and music festivals that go on with DJs and all the music, and people are like so hyped and they're so happy. So I feel like I would just do better in a work environment that I was happy, where I was genuinely happy.
This career does not fit my educational plan because I always wanted to become a doctor, and my heart will always be set on becoming a doctor.
As for my educational plans, it's a kind of like it's there, because I actually don't know if I want to go to college or not. That's something I've been debating for a long time, and I know that being a disc jockey, you don't have to go to college, but at the same time, I know that going to college will probably be more beneficial because I'll get more experience, and people would prefer to hire me if I have a degree showing that I was actually more qualified for the job.
The Lexile level you need to be successful in this career is around 1,300, and reading is important in this career because we need to know how to use technology, how to edit songs, how to use software, etc. And comparing my Lexile to this Lexile, my Lexile is really low, and the way I could improve this is by, you know, reading more in my spare time, challenging myself, reading books or articles, whatever, to improve my Lexile.
The Lexile for this career, I believe, is 1,385. And I know that reading is important for this career because either you're gonna get signed into a contract for another business for another company who's gonna want to hire you for your music, and I know you need to be able to read. You need to be able to know what they're asking of you, how long the contract will be, and you just need to understand it and comprehend it. I also know that it just raises your professionalism. As for my Lexile is almost there. It is in the 1,300s, except I'm not exactly at 1,385, so I have room for improvement, and I know I can improve this by reading articles, newspapers, books. I like to read, so reading in my spare time I think is actually helping me, as well as practicing. It's, I guess, practice for the next Lexile level test, so I'll be able to score a higher grade.
What you could do now to prepare for this line of work is by creating your own music first, you know, doing mixes, like mashing up 2 different songs together and then putting them on YouTube. Once you do that, you know, see what kind of people like that type of music, see, you know, oh, they like this one more than the other, okay, I'm gonna use this type of music and go from there, and yeah.
What I can do now to start preparing for this line of work is actually research way more into depth about the job itself. Find out what kind of schools there are out there for the job. I guess if I specifically did want to go into this career and I wanted to prepare for it now, I would start learning, I guess, how to beat match and all that. But if it's just generally a career in the arts, I would start looking into more of schools that let you mainly focus on an artistic career, but they still keep the basics of education in it.
Thank you for watching dj-jjan, starring Jocelyn. This is so cringy. Okay, okay, go. I'm sorry. Okay, I got. Okay, córtala. Ya me llevo a Leo, vamos a comprar donuts y un café.
Do you guys want to DJ? Do you guys want to be DJs? Ready, set, action. Are you videotaping?